We're here for the final and they're off. Kid Kart final race of round 3 here at Orlando Kart Center. And obviously you see it's a little wet out. So we have an exciting race in light rain right now. Our pre-final was a pretty exciting race. Brian took home the win, and Ian, who's in second right now, took home second. Keegan got third, and Renan got fourth. The top 3 karts were moving pretty good, and Renan was having some trouble with spinning, so we'll see if he can get that under control for this race. So Brian had a really good pre-final, and he's out in front again. We're going to see if he can keep that momentum, but Ian is all over him. So we want to see if Ian can in fact catch Brian and take the lead. And I am curious to see if Renan puts it together a little bit during the rain here that he's not familiar with. This is his first time in the rain. Probably some of the other kids' first time too. But either way, I want to see how he does. And oh, we had a spin back there. Looks like Brian spun going through the grandstand complex, so that gave Ian the lead. So this is a new development. Ian's, I think, one of the youngest guys out here. And it looks like we had Keegan take the spot away from Renan in the 3rd place. And Renan's going to have to learn from that. Trying not to coach him too much today because it's a rain race and there's just too much to figure out. So a lot of the advice is kind of irrelevant, based on the fact that they're just trying to figure out where the traction is. So, but looks like he's got it dialed in a little bit better than the pre-final. So, but the focus right now is on Ian. So Ian, who from what I hear spent all day yesterday here practicing in the rain on dry tires, is feeling a little confident here. He's looking really good. He's working a wet line right there on the inside. We'll see what Brian's going to do. Brian's working a traditional line. Keegan's working an inside line. And Renan's kind of in the middle, working a little line. Gets a little loose. Good control. Good control. Pretty amazing that these kids can get on karts here in the rain, go 37 miles an hour, and control the kart with just instincts. I mean, it's kind of hard to teach 5 and 6-year-olds sometimes what it means to drift and control a drift, right? So it's pretty amazing when I see them do stuff like that. And of course I'm hiding out in my shelter here because it's just a little bit of light rain and don't want to get my camera wet. Switch to a different camera for this commentary, and hopefully it works out a little better than the GoPro. But back to the racers. So we still have Ian in first, Brian in second, Keegan in third, and Renan in fourth, and they're all spaced out pretty safely. It's kind of like even spacing basically between all of them, and that's, I don't know, it's kind of like, as a parent, what you'd want to see for your kid in a rain race, right? You don't want them all battling out, but in a way you do. So let's see if these guys can close up on each other, and I'm sure there'll be a couple of mistakes made being that it's wet. So it'll be interesting to see how everything develops as we move on. Oh, Keegan had a little bit of a bobble coming through this section over here by me, but he saved it. It was a good job. Let's see if he can close back in on Brian in second place, and see if Renan can keep his consistency going. Kind of happy to see him doing consistent laps. He had a couple of spins in the pre-final, so he felt out where the limit was, and hopefully learned a lot about his kart and how to drive and how it feels when you get loose and spin, and that's good. So as a parent, that's what I want to see for development. So also too, you don't often get a chance to race in the rain on a calm rainy day here in Florida. Usually it's thunder and lightning and heavy downpour, which, you know, obviously they don't race in that. So it's a unique opportunity to just have a nice calm little rainy day on a track that's not absolutely flooded, but it's still wet enough for rain tires. So this has been a great opportunity for all these kids to get comfortable in the rain and learn. So I was happy to see that. Although I have some soggy shoes and it's going to be a uncomfortable day, it's good to have this practice time for the kids. Here goes Ian, still keeping it steady, looking real good. Here comes Brian. Brian's got him in his sights. Let's see if he can catch up. So it looks like Brian is closing in on Ian a little bit here. Might make for an exciting last couple of laps. I'm not sure how many laps are left, but Brian did take the win in the pre-final, so be curious to see if he can reel Ian in and see how he plans to pass him. Oh, and I saw Brian had a little bit of a spin down there coming into the hairpin on the front stretch, so that might dash his chances of catching Ian, but he was reeling him in pretty good, so guess we'll just keep our eye out and see if Ian makes a mistake. So far he's been flawless, which is pretty impressive in the rain. If you can drive a kart around flawlessly in the rain, I mean, I don't even know if an adult can do that. So big shout out to these kids for absolutely crushing this race here in the rain. There's been about as many mistakes as there is on a dry racetrack, so that's pretty impressive to me. And it looks like we're coming. Oh no, Ian had a spin. Ian had a spin coming out of the hairpin or the turn coming onto the front stretch. So we are going into the final lap with Brian just squeaking by and taking the lead from Ian from a little mishap, a little bit of a spin. So this is going to be what we're going to watch here. We want to see if Brian can in fact hold off Ian and take home the victory in round 3. Interesting development. Like I said, it's all about the mistakes and minimizing them with these karts. As long as you can make it around this track without making a mistake in the rain, I think you got a golden ticket. So let's see. Here comes Brian coming down, and Ian got his new target there. Brian and Furman. Brian's nailing 38 miles an hour down the straightaway. That kart is dialed. So that's probably the fastest we've seen out of all 3 rounds in the rain, so that's pretty impressive. All right, so here they come. This is a pretty critical turn down here. This one causes a lot of spins, this complex here. So, oh, Ian goes wide, but he stretches it out. And here comes Brian. Let's keep our eye on him. Takes it easy through the turn, and there goes Ian. Whoa, power drift. Oh, wow. Okay. He tried everything he had there, and what great kart control. So as long as Brian can sweep it in through that section back there by the grandstands, he will have victory in round 3 of the Orlando Kart Center Kid Kart Series. So let's see, he's come, yep, he made it. He made it through, and Brian is going to take the victory. There's Chris over there, he's happy. Here comes Keegan. All right, Brian, nice job. All right, Ian. Ian takes down 2nd place, but he led the whole race. That is amazingly impressive. I think Ian's the youngest. I know he's 5 years old, but he seems like a young 5 years old. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. All right, Brian. Nice job, buddy. All right. Here goes Ian. Good job, Ian. Ian's checking out something on the other side of the track. That's so funny. All right. Good job by all these kids. These guys do such a good job out here. I started racing karts when I was 8 years old, and I remember being able to soak stuff up and learn and you know, take advice. But man, at 5 and 6 years old, I don't know, it's like sometimes you have trouble just teaching them how to put the shoes on the right feet. So being that they can come out here and race karts at speed around the track is pretty amazing. It's always fun for me to watch. So hope you guys enjoyed the races today. We're gonna go catch up with our podium and racers. There's only 4 today, so it should be pretty easy. And we're gonna close the show down today. So let's go back to the pits and see what's going on with these guys. All right, so we're here with the race winner, Brian. So that was a pretty good race. I didn't know if you were gonna pull that off. Ian was doing pretty good, and then he had a little bit of a spin, right? Hold on, tell us.
It was only 3 more laps to go, but it turned out that it wasn't. And when the white flag got waved, Ian spun, and then I passed him. I thought, like, I knew I could pass him there, though.
I know, I saw him. He was doing a really good job, and I said, if Ian keeps it clean, he's got the win, but if he spins, then Brian's gonna grab it. So that's exactly what happened. So on the last lap, Ian was coming down to the corner on the last lap there, and he had a spin, and you got by him. What about the rest of the race? Tell us about it.
The race was actually actually went off the track back there.
You went off the track? Yeah, tell us about how that happened.
Well, when I was just slowing down, I had too much force from the straightaway, and then I just had too much force into the turn, and then my two wheels went off the track.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. So we got Renan here. Renan's first time racing in the rain, and Renan brought it home in 4th, but he had a good race, nice and clean, and Brian took home the victory. So why don't you tell us about your races? Why don't we start with you, Renan?
I didn't spin.
You gotta talk really loud.
I didn't spin.
You didn't spin out? I know, that's a really good thing in a rain race. So, was it hard? Racing in the rain is pretty hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had a tough time with your carburetor and the tires and everything, so it was just kind of a learning day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we got to be happy for Brian, because Brian won, right? All right, good. And hey, we got Keegan over here. Keegan came home in 3rd place, right?
I spun out.
You spun out? Yeah, what are you eating?
Graham crackers.
Yeah, they're all over the place. So tell us about your race.
I slid right here.
You spun out over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
You had 2 times?
Yeah.
Oh, was it fun?
Yeah, I spun out 3 times.
Spinning out's kind of fun though, isn't it? I think so. So, Brian, you said you spun out in the back too? Or what did you say, you went off track?
Yeah, I went off track.
Yeah, so everybody kind of had like a little bit of a mistake, huh? That's hard. It's hard not to have a mistake in the rain, isn't it? Right? What are you thinking about?
I was just thinking about that. It was a really hard battle for Ian and me, and this is my first time winning.
It's your first time in the rain? Is it your first time in the rain?
No, my second time.
Second?
No, my third time.
Third time? This is your first time in the rain? Or your second time? You know what I think we're going to call you? We're going to call you the Rain Master. I think you're the master of racing in the rain.
I think I know why.
Why?
Because I'm Max Verstappen's buddy.
Because you're who?
Max Verstappen's buddy.
You're Max Verstappen's buddy? Really? How's that?
Well, he's good at racing in the rain.
Oh, okay. So you're like Max Verstappen. Is that your favorite Formula 1 driver? Yeah. So what's your shirt say?
Eli Tomac.
Oh, I think that's why you did good.
And also he's the number 3.
It's number 3, yeah. So Tomac's pretty good rider. That's your favorite rider, isn't it? Yeah. You got Hickory Tree Elementary shirt on. Maybe we should have put a Tomac shirt on you, huh? Next time we'll put your Tomac shirt on, all right?
Yeah.
What do you got there? Go-kart? School's important, but kart racing is importanter? I like that one. So you want to tell us anything else about the race or the whole day? How was it racing in the rain? It's kind of messy, isn't it? Mom and Dad's got a lot of work to do now, don't they?
Yeah, my cart wasn't working.
Your cart wasn't working right? Our cart wasn't working right either, but Brian's cart was working pretty good. Yeah. I don't think the carts work too good in the rain. Maybe they're not supposed to go in the rain. Maybe you guys weren't...
Because I have a coffee filter covering the engine so water doesn't get in there.
You have a coffee filter covering the engine so water couldn't get in there? Oh, that's the secret. I see you had a coffee filter too though, didn't you?
Ian spun out on the white flag.
Ian spun out on the white flag. Why don't you guys go get Ian and see if he wants to tell us about his race?
So I would say thank you to all the best drivers that come and drive in the rain. Well, let's start with the 3rd place for today. The number 61, Keegan Cheesy.
Pick that thing up, pick that thing up. Put it up there.
On the 2nd place, number 10, Thomas Hemacher.
Oh, get up there.
And your winner today, number 33, Brian Benny. Congratulations to everyone. And let's remember, the first Saturday of next month is your 4th round. So see you there. Thank you for coming to Olympic Center. See you for the next race.
It looks like huge.
It was for you. How was your day, Keegan?
The Kart ran good on the track.
Kart ran good? Who are your sponsors you want to thank?
You.
Me again? All right. Yeah. What about Dad and Grandpa and race car engineering? All those people? All right, cool. All right, let's go over to Ian, right? Is it Ian?
Ian.
You said Thomas, I didn't know. All right, so Ian, tell us about your day. How was it?
Good. And, you don't know how I passed Keegan? I was on the turn, and he was wobbling, and then I was going full straddles too, and then that's how I passed him.
Really? Yeah. Tell me, did you practice all day yesterday in the rain without rain tires?
Yes.
Yeah. So you got rain tires before the race today. Did that make a big difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rain tires helped out a little bit, right? All right. So you're pretty good in the rain. That was a nice race. You just had one little spin at the end, and Brian was right there to catch you, huh? Yeah. Well, hey, guess what? Like I said before, looks like the second place trophy is the same size as the first place trophy, right?
Yeah.
So, and the third place trophy. The only difference is the number, right? Yeah. All right. So, you gonna come out for the next one?
Yeah.
You gonna try to win the next one?
I got to beat him and him.
You gonna beat those guys?
Yeah.
Do you hope it's gonna rain next time?
Yeah. I hope I go to be first place on the turn.
Well, yeah, of course. We all try to be first place, right?
Did you win any trophies?
Did I win any trophies? No, I don't think so.
Well, you're not a
Can I have yours?
He can tell them all day if you keep going.
Yeah. You want to talk? All right. Well, hey, good job. All right. All right, Brian. What do you got for us? You already told us quite a bit before. How was your day overall?
Good.
I think it was a good day for you, right? So you have anything to add other than your Tomac shirt gave you good luck? Nah. What are you gonna do now? Go to Disney World? You gonna get Wendy's? Ooh, get some spicy chicken nuggets for me.
Well,
What do you got? 100
sure means to me that I got 100%.
100% awesome? Yeah, you guys are. All right, hey, I'm gonna let you guys go. Your mommies and daddies are all soaking wet, and we all want to go home. All right. So good job.
Doing fireworks.
You doing fireworks tonight? Ooh, that sounds awesome. All right, we're gonna do the same thing then. All right, guys, we'll see you at the next one. Congratulations.